Minnie Moore Wilson. Osceola County resident and Seminole Indian supporter Minnie Moore Wilson had an unconventional approach to supporting her local community. Although Minnie was born in Pennsylvania in 1859, she had a passion for Florida and all it had to offer. After a vacation to the area in the 1880s, Minnie and her husband Jim eventually made Osceola County their home and became active in supporting wildlife and local Native Americans. They both wrote for numerous wildlife magazines. As a prominent member of the Audubon Society of Florida, Minnie's efforts helped make Kissimmee one of the first towns in Florida to become a bird sanctuary. Minnie also devoted her time to helping the Seminole Indians and was instrumental in the Friends of the Florida Seminoles organization. She ultimately found success in her writing about the Seminoles, specifically with her book, The Seminoles of Florida. Billy Bowlegs and other Seminoles were frequent visitors to the Wilsons' Kissimmee home. When the Kissimmee Women's Club was formed, Minnie served as the first president and was elected honorary president for life. She was a member of the American Pen Women and other literary groups. Her last works included a short history of Osceola County and a monograph of the Indian warrior Osceola. Catherine Cat Autry moved to Kissimmee in 1924 when she was just 8 years old. Graduating Osceola High School in 1935, she went on to attend Florida State College for Women, where she majored in commerce and economics with a minor in library science. For a few years in the 1940s, she worked in the business field in New York and Texas, but returned to Kissimmee in 1949 to help her father and brother at Autry Motor Company. She continued at Autry Motor for over 22 years. Serving her community in many capacities, Cat volunteered at the Osceola High School games, preparing and serving the pre-game meals to the football team. While working as a librarian at Osceola High School, Cat became a charter member of the Silver Spurs Writing Club, formed in 1941. She remained a loyal member of the club, serving as rodeo secretary, roundup boss, and office manager. Cat was awarded the Silver Spurs Women's Lifetime Achievement Award in 1994. In the 1940s, Osceola County resident Dr. Wilson Lancaster opened his hospital in Kissimmee and was in need of nursing staff to assist him. He employed many and even had a home on site for the nurses. One of these was Mame Holmes. Born February 3, 1881, Mae would go on to make her career out of being a nurse, midwife, and anesthesiologist. Anesthesiology was not a specialty in the medical field when Mame was practicing. However, she was decidedly skilled in the work and served alongside Dr. Lancaster for many years. What makes her situation especially unique is that she was African American. Like the rest of the country, Osceola County was segregated at that time. However, residents mixed together in the workplace often, and business owners were not quick to discriminate against the employees. Dr. Lancaster was no exception, and Mame was able to work in her career field like any other nurse at the hospital. Jessie Lee Wilder Thacker received her associates in economics at Florida State College for Women and taught commercial subjects at Largo High School. Jess attended graduate school at the University of Michigan, receiving her master's in guidance and education. During World War II, as an employee of the FBI in Washington, D.C., Jess worked in the War Plan Investigation section. She would later become administrative assistant to Congressman J. Hardin Peterson and clerk of the Public Lands Committee in U.S. Congress. After making the decision to become a lawyer, she attended the University of Florida Law School, where she met her future husband, Clarence Thacker. Kissimmee was their home until Clarence, a decorated Air Force veteran of World War II and liaison officer between Congress and the Air Force during the Korean conflict, was recalled to the Pentagon in 1950. Upon their return to Kissimmee in 1954, both Jess and Clarence went into practice with his brother and father. Clarence, a sitting Kissimmee city commissioner, died suddenly of a heart attack in 1958. In a special city election, she was chosen to fill the vacancy left with the passing of her husband. Jess continued with her law practice and was a very active member of numerous civic organizations in Kissimmee. Elected in 1960 as Kissimmee's very first female mayor, she won by a margin of 822 to 367 votes and served a one-year term. She practiced law in Florida for more than 50 years. Emma Elizabeth Glass, known as Bet, was born in Virginia in 1921. Her brother owned a business in Kissimmee, which she and her husband Boyd Sprinkle took over. Moving in 1962, they made their home here in Kissimmee. Given her love for interior decorating, Bet decided to turn her brother's furniture store into an interior decorating and drapery business. Draperies and Interiors by Bet and Lauren was located at 23 Broadway, where a bronze likeness of Bet currently waits for locals to come sit next to for a picture. Having no children, Bet and Boyd spent time with their relatives' children, mentoring and nurturing them like they would their own. Additionally, she worked tirelessly, serving on multiple committees and associations to improve downtown Kissimmee. Bet helped to secure property for a library and civic center, restore a local church, and advocated for the Community Redevelopment Agency. She would often be seen watering the plants and even picking up trash along the downtown streets. Chosen as First Lady of Osceola County in 1997, she was known for her love of Kissimmee and devotion to beautifying the town, just as much as she was known for being tastefully dressed. Bet could often be seen sporting her vibrant ensembles, complete with her signature hat and lapel pins.